Riot 5 or Riot V if you're Jimmy. His Roman numeral issues. Armor of Light. Sorry, Jimmy, you're not here, so I've still got a pad on you. 14 tracks for 65 minutes. The 16th studio of the US 5-piece. Released April 2018 via Nuclear Blast. Produced by Chris Collier and the band. 4 promo tracks were released in Victory, Heart of a Lion, Angels, Thunder, Devil's Reign, and Messiah, allowing the album to chart moderately well in Europe, but that's about it. This is the second album from this band to not feature founding guitarist Mark Reel after he passed away in 2012. Go for it.
Very different from the early stuff, we'll put it that way.
I'm not the biggest follower of this band. Jimmy and Dennis and they love this stuff.
It's a long way removed. This is power metal. This is a very European sound. Not American sounding at all. In fact, I can't see this getting much traction anywhere outside of Europe. Yeah. It's the only place that would actually accept.
It's the only chart information I could find was in Europe.
Yeah, well, I'm not stunned at all. US doesn't have a market for this shit. No. They never really have.
Unless you're Manowar.
Yep. This is a lot better than Manowar.
Yeah, yes.
Jimmy. True. Yeah. This is a lively beast that doesn't leave you guessing at all. Great vocals, nice harmonies too. Really, really nice. Big guitars, huge guitar solo work, and really tasty stuff too. Really nice.
Very well.
Both on the single guitar solos, which is plenty, and when they go the dual attack, it's really
nice
good.
Done there.
Drumming is insane.
Yeah, non-stop double kick going on.
Yeah, plenty of double kick. Really sharp fills too. Yeah. It's really, really dialed in.
Bang on.
Yeah, the whole album never really lets up. You know, it's
intense.
It's intense, but I really dug it. Look, if power metal's your thing, don't miss this. This is, you know, even
That's
though
true.
I think it's personally got one of the worst album covers I've ever seen.
Interesting.
It looked like Porgs, man. They look like Porgs. Anyway.
I hadn't even thought of that. There you go on. That's cool.
Like Porg heads. It's supposed to be seals, which for some reason doesn't make it any better.
No, it doesn't.
But anyway, look, I dug it. I thought it was a really good, like, if you're into power metal, get into it. This is good. It's well played. It's well written. I gave it 8.5 out of 10. The highlights were Messiah, Caught in the Witch's Eye, Angel Thunder, Devil's Reign, and San Antonio.
Okay, I think we crossed over on those ones, so we are back to our regular viewing. Now, for my first notice, first off, this has some damn interesting artwork.
Sports!
Yep. Time for some traditional metal, or power metal, as you put it. Now, it's easy to see why Dennis is so obsessed with this band. It's right up his alley. If you like what he does in espionage, you're going to love this one. It's a rallying cry kind of an album, I thought. Yep. It's a bit Manowar-ish in that regard. Much less cheese than that, but there's just something about it that puts me in mind, and the artwork doesn't help that either.
The playing does, though. They're much better.
Much better, but it's the anthemic side, the vibe, the Marbo.
It's the vibe.
But it's the way what they. Just the whole chanting moments and yes, we're fucking power metal, and it's like, yes, I know Manowar have done it to death, fuck off, like that kind of thing. It doesn't, like, I know it's, Manowar are not a band that I get into, folks, so if you like Manowar, you're not going to like me. You will like this album, but it just has that cheese factor about it a little bit.
Just a bit of that.
But not as, in my opinion, as bad as, I said it, I went there, but not as bad as what Manowar give you in that regard. So it's not overblown. No. It's just that there are parts that sort of put you in mind of that they can sit in the same camp a little bit.
It's not the cheese.
No, it's not the cheese.
This isn't Fairy Undies stuff, but it's not far behind.
There's a little bit of Fairy Undies about it. It's maybe on the outskirts of their fucking tent camp. Digging the latrines, I should say. I'm not sure if it's intended to or not, but tracks like Messiah also put me into Striper territory a little bit.
Okay.
Just it's got a big hook. They're talking about Messiah is coming. He's the second coming, and it's just like, okay, I've just done a lot of Striper albums. Am I going back down this territory again? I'm not all over this band to know how much of this is their thing or not. So it's just I'm taking the album on its merit and just talk about what I hear. All that said, all the fun part out of it, the production is fantastic. Everything is really crisp and clear. The vocals are mixed just right, and it's just one big sound that has a real depth to it. It's fantastically produced. If you want to focus on the vocals, you hear that. If you want to focus on the drums, you hear those. Same with the guitars, the bass. Whatever you choose to focus on, you're going to hear just as clearly, and that'll change. And you can change your focus to hear what you want to hear, and it'll come through in the same song. Yeah. Like, it's fantastic in that regard. It's really evenly mixed. Nothing is buried. It's been polished up just right. There is some serious cheese in this, though, which you expect from power metal. Don't be fooled. It's a fun listen, though. It's not overblown. It's just fun. So it makes sense. Non-stop pounding drums, but not overbearing. Blistering riffs and solos with fantastic dual guitar work. Wailing vocals, rumbling bass. If you like old school metal, you're going to want to hear this. Don't miss it. On top of that, whether you love or hate the lyrical content, they are damn well done, the songs on that regard. So very well written. And lots of diverse themes and stories covered as well. Certainly not one-trick ponies in that regard. Nothing groundbreaking. Doesn't need to be, though. Just do it well, and damn, they have done that. Fantastic performances and composition across the board. Heaps of energy. This will be intense live.
Oh, yeah.
Todd Michael Hall is the band's 5th official singer, and he's a fucking beast on this record. Just enough diversity in the tempo. Overall, it's pretty frantic, but they managed to place some different moments in just the right places, not weigh down too much, and it's important they did that on an album this long. Big hooks and anthem moments on this, though. Perfect again for the live setting. Some cool use of groove on this, which breaks things up again as well. To be honest, though, 65 minutes is a bit much for me personally. I get tired of this after a little bit, around that 45-minute mark. If it's not perfect, it's not going to hold me. It's good, but this one does go for too long. There are 2 bonus tracks in here. One of these is the complete re-recording of their iconic track Thundersteel, which, while well done, they're not strictly required. I understand it's a complete re-recording of Thundersteel with all the bells and whistles that go with that, but just 60 minutes in and I get that, and it's like, yeah, I've had enough. It's really good. I like it, but it goes for too long. Too much of the same thing for the first half of the album. The second half of the album has more diversity. I would have liked to have had that diversity spread more throughout the album to break up the listen, because the first half is fucking non-stop. And for me, I fatigue. If it's the same pace, the same it's fucking on, and it's like, whoa, 45 minutes of that, and then you get 20 minutes of beautiful diversity, and it's like, just splice that in a bit, just more attention to that, and it would have been a much higher score for me. Not that it's a bad score, but it's just sort of, I would have thought for over an hour it would have held me a lot better. But it is good. There's ultimately nothing wrong with it. The individual songs are fantastic. If you love metal, you're going to love this. It's just too much at the same time, in the same... Because I listen to things on repeat as well. It just, you find out how well you can repeat listen to something, and this one doesn't make you go, oh, I'll go back at the start again and go back again. If you're a real big metalhead, you're gonna do that. But if you want a bit more to it than that, you're not going to go back up. You could put it away, take a break for a few hours, then maybe you come back, kind of thing. I did give it an 8.5 out of 10, so I did enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that it's an observation for me that too much. End of the World, Heart of a Lion, Caught in the Witch's Eye, Set the World Alight, Raining Fire, and Unbelief were my standouts. So got some diversity in that choice as well. So check it out for yourselves and let us know what you think, folks.